All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the November 21st, 2023 work session of the Town of Ossining. Please join me in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It's on. Really? You could throw things at me? Okay. So first, we're gonna have a departmental report. You wanna go first? All right, Lynn, by Lynn. I have lots of announcements. Okay, I go first with my announcements. Okay, fine. You make everybody wait, right? Okay, everybody. There is a winter coat drive going on now. With collection areas at the Ossining Padres Hispanos Family Resource Center located at 109 Croton Avenue and the Bethany Arts Community. What road is that on? Somerstown Road, thank you. They are collecting coats, jackets, hoodies, hats, mittens, and gloves in good or new condition. As always, our Ossining Public Library will be hosting a bevy of events, including laser tag, book groups, and films. Please see their website at ossininglibrary.org for more information. On November 29th and 30th, take the kids to Mike Risco Music here in Ossining to see a performance of the music and orchestration of Finding Nemo Kids. The show begins at 7 p.m. The annual Market Square tree lighting is scheduled for Friday, December 1st at 6 p.m. The Bethany Arts Community is hosting Hudson Holes workshop session on December 2nd at 3 p.m. To discuss this fascinating community mini golf project addressing climate change and sea level rise. The Westchester Women's Chorus is performing Making Spirits Bright on December 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m. each evening. This will be held at the Cortland School of Performing Arts. Excuse me. Eden's Echo, an AI suspense thriller, is being performed at the Westchester Collaborative Theater December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Holiday Beats with Treats will be performed by the Old Mill Singers at the Julie Harris Theater in the Clearview School, December 2nd. The show starts at 7 p.m. and December 3rd at 3 p.m. The menorah lighting will be Thursday, December 7th at 6 p.m. at Market Square. The Village of Ossining Breakfast with Santa is December 9th and registration is already open. Sing Sing Hill Brewery is hosting NFL Sundays every Sunday throughout the season, starting at 1 p.m. each week. The mobile food pantry at the Ossining Police Station is open 2 more times this year, November 28th and December 12th. And that's it for my announcements. Oh, wait, and there is a street naming Saturday, 10 a.m. At the corner of Church Street and Highland in front of Lucy's Pizza. And they are dedicating that street to Sandy Galiff for her 30 years of service to our community with her office right there. So I hope everybody can join us for that. Okay, do any of my colleagues have any announcements?
No.
Okay, great. Okay, now, hi, Lynn.
Hi.
This is
Okay.
Lynn, our Senior Nutrition Program Director, and she's going to give us a department report.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you don't mind. I'd like to start with bad news first because I have a lot of good news and I'd rather end it happy than not. Unfortunately, our new bus has been down for 2 weeks. Eddie, our driver, was on vacation. When he came back, the bus was completely dead, even though it was charged all week. So we haven't been able to get to the bottom of what's wrong. So Chuck, our mechanic, made an appointment with the bus company and they'll be coming out next week, and hopefully we'll have that back up and running. We still have our old bus, but unfortunately, we haven't been able to use the electric bus. So that's my bad news. Now, better news. We still have our ongoing regular exercise and bingos on Mondays, chair yoga and shopping on Wednesdays. And those two exercise classes are funded by Westchester Community College Mainstream. Thursday, we have line dancing still, and seniors do bingo and line dancing on their own a couple of days a week. I just wanted to let everyone know that doesn't know there was much success with on Sunday during the Thanksgiving dinner that Galata House provided at St. Anne's Church. We heard a lot of good feedback about that. Today, some of our seniors went to the Star of Bethlehem Church. They were giving Thanksgiving baskets out for people that can prepare with food that seniors, or I guess everyone, can prepare at home. And on Thanksgiving Day, the Presbyterian Church will serve their dinner, and also they're providing some dinners to some of our homebound seniors. They'll drop them off at their house. Last week, we had a speaker come in to inform the seniors about Medicare's open enrollment. She helped them with their questions and helped them find what was available for them. And we invited her back for December, so she'll be back to follow up and help some more seniors with that. We had a special class on November 17th that's called Laugh Yoga, and we did it in the dining room so all the seniors could see what it was about and participate, and they loved it. People that usually won't go in the other room. We've had this gentleman before, but we'll do it out in a separate room. Well, some of the people that never want to go out there and participate got to see it today and loved it. So we'll have him back probably February, March. We'll have him back a couple of times a year, but not weekly, because I don't think they'll laugh as much if they hear it every week. But that was very, very good. In the beginning of fall, we had Marty from the prescription center come down and hold a flu clinic. So he gave out flu shots at the community center. And also we drove some of our seniors up to prescription center, and they could get COVID, the updated COVID vaccinations, or flu vaccination if they chose to. So that was good. Also, we got in touch with the Red Cross, and they went out to some of our seniors' homes to check if they already had smoke detectors. They checked them, make sure they were in good working order. And for those that didn't have them, they provide free smoke detectors and installation. So that's a really important thing for our seniors to have, and that was very, very good. Upcoming in December, we're having a pine cone craft holiday party hosted by our dance instructor, Cameron Kelly, for the seniors to enjoy. They're just going to have some festive music, maybe some punch, and make a pine cone craft for the holidays. So that should be fun. The 12th is the Christmas party at the Cortland Colonial that all the residents, town, Village of Ossining, seniors are invited to attend that. They have to get in touch. They have to register upstairs with the rec center for that. And we're hosting our own Christmas party on the 12th, on the 21st, sorry, at the center. So we'll be having a festive day. And I think that's about it for now. Everything else is going well.
Is that smoke detector program available to all senior residents of the community?
Yes, yes, they are. I'm pretty sure it is.
Can you
The
send
whole
me the
community.
information? And I'll put it out on
Yeah.
the update so other people can participate.
Sure, yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Debbie, our social worker, got in touch with the Red Cross, and that's how we set it up. But I can send you all the information about that. Yeah, it's really good to have that.
Great. And are the improved meals still improved?
Yes, doing well. We're keeping track of everything and letting the county know if there's any problems, which there hasn't been. So yeah, it's been much better.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just keep me updated on the bus, please.
Oh, I definitely will. Yeah.
Great. Do any of my colleagues have any?
No, keep up the good work. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right. Moving on to our next departmental report, Suzanne Donnelly, our town clerk. Esteemed town clerk.
Good evening. My report will be short and sweet tonight. I just want to emphasize that much like in the senior program, there's very little difference between whether someone is a town resident and a village resident in 95% of everything that we do for this community. We don't differentiate it when we're in this senior program. We don't differentiate it with the taxi coupons. We don't differentiate it with any of our programs either. We just want to have a couple of reminders. We are in licensing season right now. If your establishment needs to be licensed for anything, then you need to be working on it. You should have gotten emails with either updates or new applications. We have changed some of our companies around again. It's our goal to change it up all the time. But we also want to emphasize with people that the train station parking is, if you are an existing train station permit holder, whether you're in the town, the village, or outside of both, that you must have your application in by December 15th, because then we open up the wait lists for that possibility. Other than that, we are busy, very, very, very busy. Fortunately and unfortunately, trying to get ready for the new year. And that's about it for us for right now. Every day is a new day. And we are if you ever come to Town Village Hall, we are the only office that's open to the public. So we see everyone.
I've seen an awful lot of weddings coming in and out lately.
Yes, weddings. It's a wedding kind of season. So, okay, but it's really, I could have come up and said ditto for last quarter, but I didn't.
Very informative. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay.
Thanks.
I'm gonna leave this mic on for this.
Young man.
Yes. Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Lynn. Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have a presentation by our hopefully soon to be Eagle Scout for Eagle Scout project at Sparta Cemetery by Brian Hindle. Heindel. Okay, I was bound to get it. No,
Thank you for having me. My name,
let's adjust that for you. And Brian, I do want to say thank you for considering the town for where you want to do your project.
of course. So again, my name is Brian Heindel. I'm part of Troop 49 Ossining, and I'm making a proposal for my Eagle Scout project. My project is going to be fundraising and installing a commemorative plaque for the veterans buried in Sparta Cemetery. I want to do this project because I'm really a big fan of history and historical preservation. The need for this in the cemetery is that cemetery is very old. There's a lot of old graves there, and with time they start to degrade. Some of them are fading, cracking, or falling over. And having a plaque like this would be a more permanent solution to keeping their names preserved and being able to honor them for their service. I plan on having it mounted with concrete cinder blocks. And the location would be the Central Hill right near the memorial bench in Sparta Cemetery. That's not a final location. I would have to go over that with Mr. Connolly, but that is where I thought would make a great place for it. The cost would be, we're estimating around $4,000. Currently, I have around $2,000 already pledged to go for the fundraising for this. Information on the plaque would display the veterans' names and the wars they fought in. Timing, I'm hoping to spend the winter, if I get approved, for fundraising. And start the actual construction process in the springtime. And September would be the latest that it would be going on for. Hopefully I could get it done before that time. Period. Are there any questions from you guys?
I mean, I know that you took the time to speak to Pete Connolly, our cemetery, the head of our the superintendent of cemeteries. And he is good with the project and he's looking forward to working with you. I think it's gonna be, you know, there's so many older graves there. It's gonna be a pretty heavy lift to find all of them that were service members. That goes back, but Pete says you sound like you're up to it, so.
I'm fortunate enough that the Historic Society, I'm working with them and they've been really helpful with providing records that are really helping boost the research process. But it's definitely, you know, going to take a lot of time to double check everything and to make sure we have all the correct information. But I think I'm up to the challenge and I have a lot of people in my troop who are willing to help with, you know, all aspects.
I think our local VFW might be another resource for you. Do you have any?
Yes, I suppose it might be possible to get some of the surviving family members whose relatives, the more recent conflicts are listed, will be listed on here to attend maybe a ribbon cutting or a presentation.
Yeah, I was hoping that if everything goes to plan, having it done by Memorial Day would be like a really nice, you know, having an open ceremony or something like that. Just because it would fit with kind of what the plaque is representing.
I think it's great and great job with the plan and the presentation. You did excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's great for stepping up and honoring our veterans. Just for the fundraising, if you just can you provide an address? Maybe somebody else wanted to fundraise. That's probably, I see that you're fundraising in St. Augustine's Bulletin and all that. Is there an address that somebody from the town wanted to donate? That they can mail something to? Maybe you could share that with the supervisor's office.
Yeah,
for them?
so the money I believe would be held by the beneficiary, which is the town.
Mhm.
I plan on creating, like, having a flyer that helps, that gives more information on fundraising, once we get to that point. Yeah, any extra funds would be going to the town, so they would keep those. I also do have, well, I'll have information for, you know, areas where I'm gonna be doing fundraising.
Good
All
luck.
right, so yeah, once you develop the flyer, we might be able to circulate it for you, but you don't hold on to the funds for project costs?
I believe this part would, I kind of need to go to
The council?
yeah, for the scouts, they would
Okay,
tell me how that would work specifically and set that up.
our parks foreman and our cemetery foreman have both been through projects before and they might have some, especially our parks foreman. We've had a few projects in the parks. He may understand the steps and that, and the council's a really good resource for you as well. But we look forward to working with you
Thank you.
and I'm excited. And again, thank you for picking the town of Austin.
Thank you guys for having me. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Happy
You
Thanksgiving.
too. Happy
Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Thank
Thank you guys. Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, is Dave on?
Hello,
How are you?
I'm good. I just had a thought. in follow-up to that presentation, before I forget it, the VFW Foundation, I believe, has a few different grants, and one of them, I think is called the Still Serving Grant. And it provides up to $1,500 towards community service projects, and that project might fit. So that's something we can connect on tomorrow, maybe.
You said it was,
That
what was the name of it again?
Still Serving Grant through the VFW Foundation.
Right.
It would definitely be worth reaching out to the foundation and checking on eligibility.
Thank you so much. That definitely could help me. Thank you.
Good luck with it.
If he gives me the information, when Dave gets me the information, I will pass it on to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Any way to make it less bright in here so I can.
How is everybody this evening?
Do you think?
Yeah, it's dark, you know.
So Supervisor, I can begin if you guys are ready and just give
Yeah,
a
thank
brief
you.
overview. Sure thing. Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to connect tonight, and first introduce myself. I had planned on being there in person. I will be there in person on the 6th of December, and I'll explain why in a minute. But thank you for the opportunity and flexibility to call in virtually tonight. A little bit about who I am and who we are at Millennium. Millennium Strategies is roughly 16 years old at this point. We are a grant research and writing company that specializes in working with local governments. Our office is based in Nanuet, New York, and we have a team of roughly 40 writers company-wide who act as grant writers, grant managers, senior grant managers, and directors of various accounts throughout the state. And we're now in primarily New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Missouri, believe it or not. We're working with the city of Kansas City of late. So that's just a quick snapshot of who we are. What we do, we have a research team that is constantly looking at federal, state, and foundation-based grants. Our job is to identify opportunities that may be of interest to the town of Ossining, send them to you and your team for review, and move forward with applications that do fit various priority projects. We have a team which includes me as the director of the account for the town, a day-to-day grant writer and grant manager, and Jacob Ford. And you have access to our research team for special requests as well. We send opportunities regularly, as the supervisor knows, to the town for consideration for a wide variety of different needs that can include, standard infrastructure grants, roads, bridges, water, sewer, parks, sustainability focused programs. Obviously, there is a huge push in terms of environmental funding that's available, and that will be coming down through the State Environmental Bond Act through new programs next year. So that's something we have our eyes on. In terms of service, we send a monthly memo to the town, which includes a listing of all grant applications we submitted that were awarded, applications that are in progress at that time that we're currently working on an application for, and applications that we submitted that remain under review, even applications that we submitted that were denied. Our job in that case is to follow up with the funding agency, find out why, and establish an understanding of whether or not it makes sense to move forward the next cycle. So in terms of awards to date this year, we have 5 grant awards totaling roughly $800,000. Variety of projects, parks primarily, as well as arts were included in that. We have 4 applications in progress right now. They include the FEMA Building Resilient Infrastructure Communities Program. BRIC is what it's called, and our application for that is going to be funding that will allow for a flood study townwide, with particular interest in the Ryder Park to Sawmill River Road target area, as well as the head wall on Markle Road to the Croton Dam Road. So it will be a townwide study. that reviews the hydraulic and hydrologic movement of water in those areas and townwide in terms of issues that exist, and offers solutions for those flooding issues. The goal is to have a report that establishes projects that the town could then move forward with, and hopefully garner funding through the Flood Mitigation Assistance Grant Program, as well as BRIC through their implementation category the next cycle. So that's in motion right now. Application is due the middle of December to the state. The state then receives them and ranks them. And in January finalizes a list of projects statewide that they're going to include in their omnibus application to FEMA, which is then due in February. So it's a process. We will hear feedback from the initial submission to the state, and they will provide insight in terms of ways to improve the application and things that they want to see to consider the project as part of their overall application. We're also moving forward with 2 DEC grants that are related to the canopy in the town of Ossining. The Community Forest Management Plan Implementation Program can cover a wide variety of tree repair and replacement needs, maintenance needs throughout the town to enhance the sustainability of the canopy, as well as the ash tree management program, which is specific to ash trees for either their removal and replacement, primarily. So just ash trees. 2 very large opportunities. Supervisor, I know they're priorities for you. So we are moving ahead in full to try and get those submitted and under consideration by DEC because they're good opportunities. The 4th that's in progress right now is the U.S. Department of Energy's Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant. And that's going to be requesting funding for electric parks maintenance equipment. So that is funding that came through Federal Infrastructure Act, and the town has been earmarked, and we're now entering the application process and have to develop a sustainability strategy for the town. So both of those components are moving right now. In terms of applications that are submitted and remain under review, we have 7 at this time, totaling roughly $4.6 million. Their needs are, if awarded, they would benefit facilities, parks, water infrastructure, and the local environment. So it's a wide variety of needs that they could fill. And we're anticipating answers on all of those 7 this winter. So we should be hearing news one way or the other on those applications soon. In terms of next steps, in terms of the 4th quarter and how we like to approach, and something that we're lining up right now, is annual planning. So we scheduled a meeting on the 6th of December to sit down and talk through town's capital plan, your project priorities right now, and specifically funding needs that exist, gaps on projects, and things that are moving into 2024 and even 2025. That's something we like to do the tail end of each year to get ready for the upcoming programs the next year. And one of the things that I was going to pose to the board tonight was the potential of having ideas flow back to us for inclusion. Maybe by the 1st of December, if there are priorities that board members have, we'd love to have those as part of the discussion. We'd love to have you as part of the discussion. And, you know, even attend that meeting on the 6th or a separate meeting on that same day. So it's just a brief overview of who we are and what we're working on. It's a privilege to work with the town. I can, you know, I'll state that, and certainly can answer any questions you might have relative to things that are moving.
So what he's referring to is, Dave and I thought that the board members might have priorities that they want to work on through with the grant funding. So if there's things that you've been thinking about, you want to do, you know, but we don't necessarily have the capital for it, Dave might be able to find a grant program that fits whatever capital projects or pet projects that you feel are important to the community. So if over the next, you know, couple weeks, just or if we can think about what you might want to focus on, and then he's going to come back and have a conversation about, is there money for that available? Is there a program that would fit that request?
Excellent.
Got it.
I just had a quick question. That December 6th meeting wouldn't be like a public meeting, it would just be like a
No,
meeting upstairs.
it's me and
Oh.
one council member, And then if other council members want to participate, what he's saying is then that meeting can be over and the other two council members can do it. So we don't end up in a forum talking like we shouldn't. I
No.
would never do that. Christie, would never do that.
You just want, I just wanted to correct, thank you. Cause that's
No,
so, say that's why. it
No,
raises-
no, not seeking to cause issues. The goal is to get ideas flowing and make sure we're not missing anything that's important to the town. So that we can put a strategy and a plan together for 2024.
Got it.
Good plan.
Do you have any questions on grants that are in the process? Okay,
No.
they've also indicated that he might be able to help us find money for the new soccer field that we're looking at.
Good.
So
Yeah,
that's
we
a
we
funding
touched
opportunity.
on that in particular. The Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation on the state level has a program that's their park development grant, and it can provide up to $500,000 in funding towards those type of projects. And we've seen success with that. So that's something to definitely take a good look at.
Good presentation. Thanks for letting me understand it.
Did you
Thanks for
wanna-
having me.
Did you want to build on that at all, or? I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I think Dave, I think Dave usually does a lot of the grant writing, and then we assist the town in terms of the grant implementation and also some of the administrative work, especially dealing with completing grants and getting your reimbursement. So we're working with the town right now to get reimbursement on a few older grants associated with the climate smart communities. We're also going to be working on the RFP, dealing with the designs for the design for the stage for the DRI funding that was received. So we're going to be having putting together a draft RFP for the town to review. And then just in terms of some of the other, not necessarily completely grant related, but helps with potential grant funding is your Tree City designation and also some additional points in the Climate Smart Communities program. So we're working with the town supervisor to put forth to raise your level under the Climate Smart Communities and then also to maintain as a tree city.
Thank you. And it's been a good team. A lot of work, but definitely worth it to get some of the things we want to get done without costing the taxpayers, keeping the burden on the taxpayers minimal as possible. So thank you both for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, and with that, that's the end of our work session. So I would like to thank everybody for watching and wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, please be safe. The weather is not ideal. And we will see you on Tuesday, November 28th for our legislative session right here at 16 Croton Avenue. So thank you very much. Good night.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Enjoy.
You can say.